Today we are talking about 5 small healthy changes that will change your life. I am really excited about this video because I feel like there is some information in here that is so easy to do. There's such easy switches and changes, but they can honestly really change the way that you go through life and the way that you feel going through it. Thank you for being here for an all new self-care summer video. I'm Carrie Rad. If you are new here, hi, hello. Nice to meet you. Welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Please take a moment to make sure that you are subscribed to my channel and that you have notifications turned on, set to always. I'm currently posting a new video every other day for self-care summer. They are revolved around self-care and self-love and living your best life. I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. This is season 2, which is awesome. So please let me know in the comments how you guys are liking it and what you guys would like to see from me. So without any further ado, let's get into the 5 small healthy habits to change your life. This one is a new realization that I had, and it is change your mind about your body. This is something that came up in conversation with my mom recently when she was visiting me, and we were talking about health. We were talking about our bodies, and to be honest, the word healthy it holds a lot of weight for me. Sometimes I can't stand that word because healthy is so personal to each individual, but for the sake of this video, I am going to use the word healthy because there are things that help you live a healthier lifestyle. So for this video, I feel like it does fit because these are small, healthy changes that will help you live a healthier lifestyle. So when I was sitting down chatting with my mom, we were talking about the food that we consume. And I said to her, I think about my body now as a child. And I know that sounds a little bit weird, but what I mean by that is I look at my body as an innocent child, and like my mind is the parent because my mind is in control of the choices that I make for my body. And my body is just this innocent thing that doesn't get to choose what it gets, and it doesn't get to choose what it does. So my body doesn't get to choose, okay, I'm going to work out today. And my body doesn't get to choose what I'm going to nurture it with. And that's another reason why I think about my body like that way, because I'm nurturing my body, I'm taking care of it. It's up to me how my body gets through life and how well it does. And I think that another thing that I think about is that I don't even have to think about breathing, or I don't even have to think about my heart beating. Not only do I think about my body as a child, but I think about my body as this incredible machine that goes and gets through life and brings me from A to Z, and also just from one moment to the other without even thinking about it. My heart's beating right now and I'm breathing as I sit here and talk to you guys, and I'm not even thinking about it. I'm thinking about what I'm saying. And what I think is so cool about that is wow, there's this amazing machine, this innocent, incredible machine. I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure that it stays the healthiest it can. And obviously, I'm not perfect at this at all. There are times where I eat a bar of chocolate and I feel fine about that. I have a popsicle and I feel totally fine about that. Sometimes I love some hot Cheetos, and those are not that great for you, but I am not perfect in any way, shape, or form. It is about being gentle with yourself, but it is important for the majority of time to think about nurturing your body the best way that you can, but also being gentle with it and not expecting perfection. Habit number 2 is to switch to fresh food. This is something that I implemented into my life, I'd say probably about 10 years ago, where I just stopped microwaving things and I wanted to pay attention to fresh food because it's just scientifically proven as well that the thing that you get out of your freezer and microwave is not as good for you as something that is fresh. Going to your farmer's market to get fresh fish and fresh veggies is going to be much better for you in the long run than going and buying a frozen pizza or a frozen burrito or whatever it may be. Obviously, I love pizza and I love burritos, but choosing the fresh option is going to be better for you, like getting dough and tomato sauce. That is more natural, and maybe even making your own tomato sauce and your own basil. And freshly grating cheese and all of that good stuff is just going to be a really small choice. I haven't had a microwave in my entire adult life because there are a lot of things that I believe aren't great for you when it comes to microwaving. And this is my opinion, and other people might have a separate opinion that doesn't align perfectly with mine. And if so, let me know in the comments. It's okay to tell me your opinion about things. This is just what I think and how I implement fresh food into my life. And again, diet is something that is so personal, and so sometimes it's difficult for me to talk a lot about diet. I do want to do videos with recipes of food that I eat, but again, it's very opinion oriented when it comes to food, and people have different thoughts on what's healthy and what's not. That's why the word healthy can be hard to chat about. So what I'm saying is, try to choose the fresh option as much as you can. I have a garden outside specifically for the reason that I want to pick a tomato off of my tomato plant because I know where that's coming from, and I know I'm not injecting anything into the tomato or whatever. I know where it comes from. Not that every tomato is like that. Organic has all of these different opinions about whether organic is real or not and all these things. And gosh, there's endless documentaries on Netflix about, just all of this food drama that we have, especially here in the United States, but also all over the world. So I rambled on this one a little bit. At the end of the day, it is a simple change, and it's just choosing fresh food more so than anything else. Habit number 3 is more of a mindset, and obviously mindset directly affects our health because happiness is really important for a stress-free life, and a stress-free life is going to help you live a healthier lifestyle because stress affects our health negatively. There are many studies that show that stress is most likely fueling disease, and it is not only causing it, but also helping prolong it, also making it worse. So living a more relaxed life and a happier life is going to directly affect our health. So this habit is all about appreciating the little things. Sometimes I get questions about, hey Carrie, how are you positive? How are you happy? Tell me your secrets to living a happy lifestyle. And first off, I'm not always happy, but I can honestly say to you that most of my life and most of the time, I am happy. If you were to look at my happiness and my unhappiness on a scale, the happiness scale would be much higher. You would see a really drastic difference because most of the time I am happy. And I think that is because I appreciate little things so intensely. When I wake up in the morning and I hear the birds chirping outside, I just recognize them and it makes me happy. If I am sitting outside in my garden, a ripe tomato makes me feel so happy. A flower makes me feel internally so happy. And these are all tiny little things. Paying attention to little things like even having just a roof over your head or whatever it might be. These are little things that not everybody gets to experience. And there are so many little things, even when you're camping, a beautiful creek running through it and hearing the water, that is something that can make you happy. Even if it's not shelter, it's a tent, whatever it might be, you being outside in nature and hearing nature, and just the fact that you're out there in nature, doing that is going to make you feel happy. So just making sure that little things are something that you're paying attention to and that you're recognizing and that you're appreciating and that you're feeling gratitude for, that's going to help you feel happier, which will help your health. Habit number 4 is what this video is all about, and that is to take baby steps. Little changes in your life to live a better life. So take baby steps, whether that be to just have your sneakers outside your front door to remind you, take a walk today. Just taking a walk, 15-minute walk, drinking more water, spending more quality time with your loved ones. These little tiny things that will honestly change your lifestyle for the better are just great things to do and pay attention to. And these are all so small. So just take tiny steps, because if we try to change our entire lives and our whole diet and all of these things, we're just gonna stress ourselves out. So it's just about taking little steps at a time that will lead you to living the life that you want to. Last tip, potentially might be my favorite tip. I liked number 1 a lot, but I think I love number 5 as well. They're both like hand in hand, my favorite together. Number 5 is to consume positive media, which means to mute and unfollow any of the accounts that don't bring you happiness. Marie Kondo that-ish, because you don't need it. I muted many accounts recently because I was just like, what? Why am I following this person? It's not, a lot of the time it's not even accounts that make me feel bad. It's accounts more so that I'm like, what is this doing for me? You know, like, why am I following this account? It's more like, when did I even press the follow button and why? Like, if you have to ask yourself that, unfollow it or mute the account. Muting an account is more so if you don't want the person to know that you unfollowed them. A lot of the times I don't really care, but I have muted some accounts that I would prefer they don't know that I muted them. And I'm just being honest, because sometimes you're just like, I don't need it. I don't need the thoughts that come into my head when I see that, like, whether it be, you know, I don't know. It could be anybody in your life that maybe you compare yourself to them. Maybe they only post things that make you feel crappy. And if that's the case, just mute them, because you're better off not thinking about those things on the daily when you're scrolling Instagram. And just in general, stop scrolling as much. That will make you feel a lot better too. Just go out and live your life. That's something, moving into this new house and having Lanka here and like redecorating the house and like cooking more and having the garden outside. My life is so different now. Like, I find myself not being around my phone for 5 hours on end, where I'm just like, where is my phone? You know, like, I have no idea where it is. I haven't thought about it. I haven't scrolled. I don't care at this point. And so I think, yeah, just go out and live your life too. Like, unfollow those accounts, which in turn, like, you'll just be using it less. And then just go out and live your life. Go live! That is it for my 5 healthy changes that changed my life. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments your small healthy changes that you implement into your life. That is really important, because I would love to absorb some of that great information from you guys. There are so many things that I get from you guys on a daily basis that I'm like, I love that. Like, I recently just changed my hummingbird feeder to just sugar and water because you guys told me to not be using the hummingbird feeder that had food coloring in it. And I didn't know that that was bad for the hummingbirds, but now I know. And so I switched it out. And like, you guys always give me tips on my veggie garden. So this is a moment where I'm just appreciating you guys for all of your incredible, knowledgeable tips that you guys give me all the time. So thank you for that. Sending you love. I love you guys to the moon and back again. And I will see you guys very soon in a new video.